Today we're at the Steel Valley Super Nationals here in Canfield, Ohio, back after 10 years. And hey, I'm Rick Guerrero from Armstrong Street Scene. Let's go in and check it out. With me I have Sam Cecilia, promoter of operations here at the Canfield Fairgrounds, and what a wonderful weekend we've had for the Super Nats, huh? The first one in Canfield.
First one in 10 years.
In Canfield,
yes.
Huh?
Yeah, we're back home.
Right.
We are back home, and everyone, including yours truly, is extremely, extremely excited. As you walk around the fairgrounds, you will see it is filled up, and we are extremely, extremely happy with everyone supporting us.
Everybody was cruising down the 224 last night?
Yes. To be honest with you, I did not go. I went home and went to bed. So, but I heard everything was great. And again, I can't thank all the promoters, the sponsors, the vendors, the public, everyone for helping us out.
What can we expect this weekend?
You can expect, if you dream it, you will see it. And that's the truth. We have everything from the early antique cars up to the latest, and everything in between, trucks, motorcycles. Again, if you can dream it, you will see it here.
Yeah, we were walking around some beauties here today, I'll tell you.
And also some great people, I will say that.
And I don't know how much you guys had to pay for this gorgeous weekend, but I'll tell you.
Well, when they heard the Super Nats were coming, there must be some connections somewhere. So we are extremely happy.
Great.
Extremely happy.
This is going to be a wonderful weekend.
And we're so glad that Armstrong's part of it, and I will say Armstrong is a very big part of it.
Yes.
And we appreciate you guys also.
Thanks, Sam. We're standing in front of a 59 Chevy Bel Air that is just absolutely gorgeous, owned by Steve Hallis from North Jackson, Ohio. Hi, Steve.
How you doing?
Beautiful car, bud.
Thank you.
Beautiful
Thank
car,
you.
huh?
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
I bought the car out of California. It was really a solid car, but it needed all done and put together. And had it brought here, worked on it for almost 3 years. Myself and a bunch of friends. A big help was Boris Marinowski out of Street Machinery up in Cleveland.
What did Boris do?
Boris did a lot of the work. He did mostly everything, and he had a crew of guys. Actually had a painter, Brian Westbrook, did the paint It's a big car. It's black.
It's a big black car. It's
Yeah.
a great paint job. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You took it all down to bare metal and everything?
Yeah, and we were very pleasantly surprised. There was absolutely no rust or filler that needed to be put in the car. It was,
That's the main thing. You know, you get cars that are rusty, you get a lot of work, and hopefully it doesn't come back. And
yeah, it's been a good 5 years on the road now, and it's just a pleasure to drive. It rides great. There's not a rattle or squeak in the car. It's a 6-speed manual with an LS1 and a little hot cam in it.
What's the side of the engine?
Yeah, we bought a wrecked 04 GTO. It was hitting the rear end, and I bought the whole car, pulled the motor out, redid everything as far as chroming it up and dressing it up, put billet front runner system on it, put the air conditioning on it. Same with the transmission. It was kind of neat because we had the whole car available to us to pull everything out, you know, the computer, all that. I had to send that out and redo it for the 22-inch wheels in the back.
Yeah,
and
those are some mammoth wheels there, huh? How about the rims and 22 inches, huh?
Yeah, 22 in the rear and 20 up front. Low pro tires.
I can't imagine. We were just checking to see what size those profile tires are. They're 35s.
Yeah, that's the look we're after. I mean, that's what we did. Some people don't like it. Some people do.
I love it. It's a great look, but you got to watch every little bump in the road.
Well, you do. You have to be a little more careful, that's for sure. But the air ride, you don't even notice the difference. I mean, it rides like a Cadillac. It really does. A good friend of mine did the air conditioning work. I want to show you this over here. It's all the air conditioning lines by Ashley Hawkins here in Berlin Center. Ashley ran all those lines. You can see how they run in through and under the fender well, so you don't see them. They're all tucked in, nice and clean, nice and neat. He did a great job.
What made you want a 59 Bel Air instead of a 59 Impala?
That's really, truly, I looked for the Bel Air. I like the Impalas, don't get me wrong. I just preference, it has a smaller piece of trim down the side. It has a post.
Is that the difference between the Impala and the Bel Air?
Yeah,
Post?
pretty much. The post and then the side trim. The side trim, if you see, is 59. Is a big wide piece that runs down the side. It's very nice. It's just a little more gaudy, and I wanted a little more simple. That's all.
Bumpers are stock on it and everything?
Everything's stock. I took everything that was aluminum anodized, like these pieces up front here, and the grille and the headlight bezels, taillight bezels. They were all aluminum anodized. I had everything chromed. And
it sticks pretty good then, huh?
Yeah, it's held up very well. It hasn't chipped or anything, and I like that because I wanted the deep black with the shiny chrome. That's
right. Perfect. Yeah. Red interior too. Perfect combo.
Yeah, red interior. Yeah.
How about let's get into the interior a little bit. Pretty much stock dash.
Yeah, it's a stock dash. It was we of course painted it, and then we put a new video gauge in there. It's actually digital and analog gauges. It's just like a new car. I mean, it's got everything in it. The air ride controls are also in the gauges. I've added another setup to that as well. And tilt wheel, I did its chrome steering column, tilt wheel, manual 6-speed transmission, hydraulic clutch, Willwood disc brake, or Willwood system, but Corvette disc brakes. Big strong arm, tubular arms in the front and control arms in the rear. Narrowed rear end to get a little wider wheel on the back.
I was wondering how you got that on there, huh?
Yeah, it's
you didn't tub it or anything like that. You just narrowed it.
No, there's actually plenty of room under there. You could probably even go more if you needed to. But
these cars were big back in 59 and 60.
Yeah, they were.
Hi Sue, where are you from?
I'm from Cincinnati.
How'd you make it here to the Supernats?
I came to go to the car show with my dad. I came down from Cincinnati
Great.
because this is the first time it's been back here in a long time.
Like, what do you think of it being back
I think
here?
it's great. I think it's great. What's not to love?
Really?
Right.
Really?
It's a wonderful.
Yes, it is. Good
It's
for the community.
sensory overload.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
All the way from Bridgeport, Ohio, about 150 miles from here.
150 miles.
We got Dave McMillan in his 37 Ford Coupe.
Correct.
Looking good, guy. Looking
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you.
How long have you owned her?
About 10 years.
What was she like when you got it?
The body was nice, but all the running gear we replaced on it.
What you do to her?
Got an independent Heights front end on it. New tires and wheels. Parallel leaf springs, all new. $700 transmission new. Posi 355 gears. And a complete interior job. But the car was nice when we got it. I mean, touched the black up. Yeah, from Arizona, no rust.
What made you get a 37?
The headlights on the front.
You like the headlights? I like this style. I just love the 37. This is one of my cars I hope I own one day. So this is called the Business Coupe, right?
Business coupe. Well, I got two of them.
You got two of them. What color's the other one?
The other one's maroon.
How far are you about done with this one now, or is there always something?
Yeah, it's just a driver now.
Black with red interior. Who painted it for you?
Mark GIS up in Pittsburgh. He touched it up, touched the fenders up, and touched up places on it.
Basically how you got it, like this then?
Pretty close.
Okay,
pretty close.
So that's
we
not bad.
louvered the hood and
That looks nice touch. Nice touch.
put a little stainless on it here and there.
Looks good. 350. What do you got? 327 under the hood?
327 Chevy.
Looks good. Nice drivable car.
Nice drivable car. That's what it is. I built it. I wanted to drive. With that $700, I can run 65, 70 mile an
Yeah,
hour.
real comfortable. Yeah, that's what's nice about that. You got a nice ride here and nothing outlandish. And
Right. The motor's not all
Right.
crazy. It's just something that you can go
cruise
in.
You got air in it?
No air.
No air?
The air's right there. That little flapper lifts up.
All right, 60 miles an hour is perfect, huh?
You're watching Armstrong Street Scene.
Well, we're with Nate Miller today from Buckeye Classic Car Restoration out of Canfield, Ohio. What we got going on today here?
Well, unfortunately, sometimes we screw up here too at the Buckeye Classic Car Restoration. Every once in a while when you're painting, anything can go wrong, okay, and usually it's an expensive fix too. So you take your time. What we have here is a clear gun drip out of the cap. The needle wasn't properly seated, so clear fell on the paint here. Last coat, so it makes it a little difficult to fix, not as difficult as the first coat or second coat.
But you could fix that
We
without
can fix
repainting
this,
it.
right.
Okay.
I'm going to show you guys how to do that.
Okay.
First of all, it's high, and I know you took a picture here. You can see it's high.
Can you get a picture of that? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, since this is a couple mils higher than the rest of the finish, I'm going to use the masking tape here. I'm going to tape off the area so I don't disturb the underneath finish. Okay. All right. So what I'll do here, just tape right there in yours. Because I don't want to sand through the clear and then have a big mess, you know.
So that's on top of the clear.
That's on top of the clear.
Okay.
All right. If you sand through the clear, then you got to respray the whole.
So how are you going to know when
Fender.
you're through to the clear?
Well, I'm going to sand it level.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use 800 grit sandpaper first. Okay. Just to cut it quick, and we'll work our way up to 2,000.
Just regular
And you can
water.
soak your paper too, but for demonstration purposes, we're just going to.
Just regular
real
water,
quick.
no soap in it or anything?
There's a little mild detergent in here.
Okay.
Now you see, I'm just sanding the sag. It's all about sanding it level too.
Why do you use a soft pad?
Because I don't want to cut no more clear out. I'm just going to scuff the surface.
Okay.
You can get mild pressure on this, but you're not going to cut cut too much out. You can see it basically is all gone. And just buff it to a finish and be pretty good.
All right, Nate, what are we going to do next? We wet sanded it with 800?
We wet sanded with 800,000 and then 2,000, okay?
Okay.
Some people like to go with 2,500, 3,000 final, okay?
And
Restoration
that'll take
work.
more of the scratches out, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Collision shops use a lot of the Tri-Zac pads. It's quick. Customers aren't too picky about their finish, so we sanded it flat. We're going to use a variable speed buffer, and actually that's not a variable speed, that's an antique, so that's about from the mid-80s. It's got 1 speed, so you have to control the trigger.
Unless you don't burn it.
Some buffing compound there, and we're going to buff this out to a gloss finish and bring the color back. So we get an extension cord. Here it comes. You got some compound here. You want to make sure you keep it wet and a lot of heat and even pressure. You can see I'm not going too fast. You don't want to burn no edges. You can see it's no longer there.
A little bit of time, a little bit of patience, it's gone. Fast you had it.
I've had 112 mile an hour.
Get out this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hope my wife doesn't hear that.
People think that since I put the 460 on there, it's the Ford Big Block 460, and I got to explain to everybody that's not a big block anymore.
This thing is absolutely drop dead gorgeous, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm real proud of it. Real proud.
You should be. We're standing in front of a 1955 Packard 400. Owned by Joe Troll from Canfield, Ohio. Hi, Joe.
Hello, how are you today?
Very good. Nice
That's
looking
good.
ride here.
Well, thank you. Something different.
It is different. It is different. It's a Packard.
Yeah, they want to kill me, but...
Yeah, but the Packard, I was going to ask you that. The Packard Club probably wants to kill you. You street rodded this
I'm
thing.
for roadability, and I can go across country with it, so that's what it is.
How long have you owned her?
Oh, it's been close to 20 years.
And see, we have a picture of it, what it looks like, and everything when you
it
bought
was
it.
stock. It was out of Arizona.
So you have a real good body to work with.
No body work.
Uh-huh.
Just little dings and scratches here and there.
Yeah, that's my wife. So is this the body style you were looking for, or were you?
Well, I was looking for a Caribbean, which is a very rare car, which is a very expensive car, but I couldn't find one, so this came by, so I picked it. I like two-door hardtops.
Yeah. So why is it a 400 series?
That was Packard's choice. They called them 400 series. Why, I don't know.
Okay, the engine or nothing like that?
No, that had nothing to do with it. It was, the original motor was 374, I think, cubic inches. Big motor.
Yeah.
Real big motor.
We got an LS1 Corvette engine in this?
Yes.
That's really nice.
And the
Fitting
best-
right in there, huh? You got a
yes.
lot of room.
Yes, and the best thing about it is it gets 26 miles to a gallon of
Yikes.
gas.
Yeah, that's
That's
great.
unheard of. It's got a 700R tranny in it,
Uh-huh.
and I contribute the mileage to the tranny in the rear end.
Uh-huh. What kind of transmission? 700R? You said?
700R,
Okay.
yeah, Corvette.
Who did all your work for you?
A mechanic by the name of Joe Lorazzo did all the mechanical work, and body work and the paint was done by yours truly.
Okay. How long ago did you do that?
Oh, it's been several years. I lose track of time. Just my age.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Interior? What do you got in the interior going on?
Seats are, I have a caddy,
Uh-huh.
and was reupholstered by Roy Drew down in Mineral Ridge.
Uh-huh.
Good old guy.
Yeah.
He's been doing upholstery all his life. This is the third car he's done for me.
Uh-huh. How many other cars you have?
Too many.
Two.
Well, now I just have 4, so that's not too bad.
You've been a car guy all your life, huh?
All my life. Fortunate enough to have the cars that I wanted in my life.
Uh-huh. What have you had?
I had a 34 Ford Roadster, Carson top out of California. Had a 32 3-window. 50, well, I had a 41 Chevy convertible, 52 Oldsmobile 88 convertible, 53 Caddy Fleetwood, 59 Cadillac. Oh, what else?
You had a whole slew of them, huh?
Yeah, I'm really lucky to have what I wanted. I had a Model A. I'm proud to say that the people in my age group were pioneers in hot rodding,
Yeah,
and we were looked really down on. And
You were the bad boys of that
oh,
era.
bad. We get pulled over for no reason at all. But today it's grown into a hell of a sport.
Yes.
And people really appreciate the cars. And
What do you think about the Supernats being back here in your hometown again, Canfield?
well, I'm a neighbor of I just live down the road a quarter mile, so I'm for it. I'm glad. We need things like this here.
With me, I have Joe Powles with his 36 Ford Rat Rod truck. How's it going, Joe?
Good, how are you?
Good. You're from where?
Sardis, Ohio.
Where's Sardis at?
Southeastern Ohio, down below Wheeling.
Oh, okay.
Right on the river.
You drove it here today?
Drove it all the way up here.
How'd it drive? Like a Cadillac?
Pretty good. Had a little bit of cramps in my leg after I got out of it, but other than that, it's pretty good.
So how long have you had this beast?
Had it about a year now.
Uh-huh. And what have you done to it?
We just pretty much put it all together. We got it in pieces, fixed up the drivetrain, made it modern, disc brakes, power rack and pinion, to where, it's roadworthy. Did the electrical system, just found old headlights at swap meets and stuff. Put it all together and left the original patina on it. Put some linseed oil on it.
Yes, I was going to say, what do you do to that so it doesn't do anything else? Like a lot of guys will clear coat them and everything.
Yeah, they'll clear coat them. I don't want the shine. I want the old rust look.
So what's linseed oil do?
Linseed oil helps. It helps, one, preserve it, and also you don't get any residue on your hands and stuff when you touch it. So you won't need a tetanus shot.
Okay. What's the undercarriage of this?
Undercarriage is I built the chassis and everything.
Okay.
Mustang 2 front end with a 9-inch rear end.
Okay.
The engine's a 302 4-barrel Holley with a 5-speed manual transmission. Gets down. It's parried correct wheels off a 34 Ford. Tires are 16-inch radials. It handles really nice. Goes down the road super fast.
How fast you had it?
I've had 112 mile an hour.
Get out this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hope my wife doesn't hear that.
Or the Canfield police.
No, it was test drive. It was a safety check.
You know, Joe, the reason why we wanted to interview is because we see you have 15-gallon keg of beer back there.
Yes. It was pretty practical at the time to have it. It was the right amount, and it just so happened it came with beer. And that was my dad's favorite growing up. I remember him drinking Pabst Blue Ribbons. So when I seen the original keg, yeah, we had to have it.
They won a ribbon back in 1896 or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Let me ask you another question. When you use those tanks, do you have to vent those? You have to vent them, right?
You had to vent them, or the gas, the high vapors.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to vent them.
So what did you do to vent it?
Drilled a horizontal hole into the top cap so it wouldn't draw moisture then.
Okay.
So, works out pretty well.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, thanks for sharing your rat rod with us. It's
Glad
a
to
beauty.
do it.
Let me add one more question.
Sure.
How about the pinstriping?
By Troy Auto, and he's over here sitting doing some right now. He's from Powhatan, Ohio.
Sounds good. With me I have Dave Plummer from Salem, Ohio, and his 66 Ford Mustang. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Very good.
Hot.
Yeah, that it is. Hey, don't complain, huh?
Yeah,
don't
it's better than snow.
Yep.
Yep.
Or rain. You know, many of these have been canceled because of rain, you know. Or
Yep.
You don't want to take your car out in the rain and get it all messed up, you know.
Yep, we'll have that.
Dave, we've seen you driving around here, and I said, man, look at that car. That is nice. Sounds good. Looks
Yep.
good. The stance is nice on it.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little bit of a custom.
Yeah, what do we got here?
It's originally a 66 Ford Mustang, just a regular C code with a 289 motor in it. And I've kind of upgraded it to a Ford Racing 460 cubic inch small block motor, stroker motor.
351.
Originally a 351 Windsor from Ford Racing. Yep. It's got 5-speed Tremec transmission in it.
So how much did that pump up the horsepower?
It's 575 horsepower.
575.
Yep, with 575 torque, and it's low RPM too. It's torque. It's like that's at like 5,500 RPM, so you don't have to rev it real high to get the power out of it. Yeah, you can get power down low. Yep. Yep.
How fast have you had her?
I probably shouldn't say, but it's been like
between you and I. No one will hear this.
I'm thinking it's probably gone 120.
Easy.
But yeah, I wouldn't tell you where that was.
Not in Canfield.
No, not at the Super Nationals. No.
Down in Florida.
Yeah, it was out of state. Yeah.
On the Autobahn, we'll say. How's that?
Yeah.
That's slow for the Autobahn.
Yep.
Okay, tell me about this thing. Let's go from the engine all the way back. We got the stroker in here and everything.
Yeah, like I said, it's a stroker. Ford Racing crate motor. I didn't build it.
Okay.
I think that's the way to do it anymore because it costs you a lot to build a motor from scratch.
Sure it does.
I mean,
Drop it right in there, start it right up.
I painted it the Shelby Sapphire Blue metallic color. It's really bright blue, really nice metallic blue.
That's really pretty. How about the hood? You got a fiberglass hood?
It's a Shelby GT350 hood, with the scoop on it, and painted with the racing stripes. I decided to go with the American Racing Shelby style wheels, the ones they used on the Cobras, and I think they look really nice on anything that looks like a Shelby. The wheels are beautiful.
17-inch.
Yep, 17-inch wheels.
You got it sitting very nice. Like, what did you do to get it like that?
Well, it's an adjustable front suspension from Rod and Custom. It's got rack and pinion steering, disc brake kit. Obviously, it's got Willwood discs all the way around now, but the kit comes with a disc brake kit. It's the standard Mustang 2 type front suspension that people use on hot rods.
Right.
And it's just got heavy-duty springs in the back, leaf springs. I had coilovers on it a couple years ago, and I couldn't get the setup right on it, so I took them off and went back to leaf springs.
Yeah, I love the way it sits. It's just nice, clean.
Yeah, normally they're a little low in the back and high in the front.
Right.
I don't like that look. I like them to sit kind of even across the tires.
Interior basically kind of stock?
Yeah, mostly. I use the
seats in the back.
The side bolster type cushion, so you have a little bit around the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's a regular reproduction Mustang pony interior.
Right.
Yeah.
How about the steering wheel?
It's a GT350 steering wheel, one you can buy out of a box from any one of the Mustang dealers. Not a real wood one, but nice looking one anyhow.
Yeah, they are nice looking.
Yep.
Nice gauges in this and everything.
Yeah, it's got an aftermarket gauge kit in it. It's not original Mustang one anymore. I wanted something that was pretty accurate rather than those needles that jump all over the place.
How long did it take you to build this?
I've been working on it for about 4 years. Yeah. This is the second engine it's had. I didn't like the first one, so I changed to this one.
What was it like when you got it?
Originally in a box.
In a box?
Yeah, multiple boxes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where's it from?
I got it out of Cleveland. Yeah. The guy it was sitting in his repair shop in the back corner, and I bought an engine off him for another car I have. And I just happened to ask him, "What are you gonna do with that fastback back there?" He says, "Well, I'd sell it." I said, "Well, I'll buy it. How much you want for it?" Next week I went up and we went to 3 different garages to get all the parts.
Oh, jeez. It was a project.
Yeah,
I'll get to it.
He had them scattered everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys like it. All of a sudden they hit 70, 80 years old and go, I don't know if I'm going to get this project done.
Yeah, there were parts everywhere, and most of it I didn't use because, from 66, 40-plus-year-old parts, 50-year-old parts, actually.
Right. Looks good.
Yep. Thank you. I like it. It's fun to drive. It really is.
It's an eye catcher. I love it. I had to run you down to find this.
I get a lot of questions about it, honestly. People think that since I put the 460 on there, it's the Ford Big Block 460, and I got to explain to everybody, that's not a Big Block anymore. It's a Windsor.
All right.
Yep.
Which was a popular engine.
Yep. Yes, it was. Yep.
All the way from Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, a couple-hour drive here. We got Wally Melvin in his 1941 Willys two-door coupe. Welcome, Wally. How's it going?
That's a great day. Thank you.
Great day, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much.
So what do you think of the SuperNat so far?
Oh, it's been great so far. I'm glad we came and plan on coming next year.
Yes,
So-
nice. It's nice here in Canfield, huh?
Yes, we were here a long time ago. I have a Camaro that we came a long time ago, and then I think they shut it down completely.
10 years ago, I'm pretty sure that's what someone
And
was
then,
saying.
so we came back. I think they did it last year too, but we didn't come last year. But
It
we
was
came
raining.
this
It wasn't a good year for it last year.
So, but we came this year and plan on coming next year.
Wally, let's talk about your 41 Willys there. This thing is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm real proud of it. Real proud.
You should
real
be.
Proud,
Yeah.
real proud.
Let's start with the engine, okay?
Pop the hood. Or
Let's pop that baby and see what we got here. Crate engine.
5572, and it's it's engraved WWW, and then down on the WWW stands for Wally's Wild Willies, and that started out as a joke, and then it just kind of continued from there, and then the wire looms have WWW on them too, and so it's pretty sporty.
Yeah, oh yes, that it is.
Sporty.
That it is.
It's got a Hogan Racing manifold on it. It's injected. Not very many 572s are injected, and Chevrolet doesn't make an injection system for it, so it's a fast injection system. Is what's on it. So
this baby picks up and moves pretty good.
It'll. You want to make sure she's straight, but you don't have to do anything stupid with it to do stupid stuff.
Pop the wheels on it?
It'll do it.
It'll pop the wheels?
Yeah, I got a picture of it.
Let's talk about we'll talk about the body first. This is a fiberglass body.
Yes, all fiberglass body, and it was a Street Beast, but they're out of business now.
What's it called? Street Beast?
Street Beast was the company I bought it from, and they helped out quite a bit at the beginning, and in the end, I think they were having some financial problems, and then it was more or less on our own. But it turned out we suicided the doors, and they basically said that couldn't be done, and they were pretty close to being right. It took a long time to do it. But my friend Dick, the guy that helped at the end, did all the wiring and the fine tuning at the end, he figured out a way to do it. And so the doors, I wanted them suicided. I've got a 34 Ford with a suicide door, so that's why I wanted it. And so
when you get this kit, okay, what do you get? Just the body?
It comes in a big box, and it had a rolling frame underneath it, which we rebuilt the rear end, and it had a Mustang 2 front end on it.
Which is very popular with the hot rodders.
Yes. And then we had to push the firewall back to get the motor in it.
Okay.
So I had to cut the firewall off. And then,
Why? What did they say to put in it?
Well, it was just too. They said it would fit, but it didn't fit. It didn't fit.
Maybe that's why they went out of business. Huh?
I don't know.
Pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah. So, but the headlights, I had to buy them special, and then it came with some sort of an interior, but it didn't have any seats, and then it wasn't very nice.
Let's talk about the interior since we're at that point now. What did you do to the interior?
Well, those seats are out of an SSR. Remember the Chevy trucks that they made? Well, those seats are out of an SSR, and they're 6-way power and 4-way power. And the steering wheel matches the outside wheels. They're Budnick.
Okay.
And so it's
nice gauges and everything. What kind of gauges you got? That's
they're
really
classic gauges, and we split them all apart. That's the only gauge. That's all custom made. We cut them apart, and a machinist friend, after we started this, everybody wants to be a friend, and then he machined it so that they would, we cut these and he machined those so that they'd fit into the round and everything. So it's the only dash that looks like that in the world.
Pretty. That's really nice
so
and neat
and
looking.
the keys color coordinated, and everything, and the interior came out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, Dave's Upholstery, and a real nice guy.
It's really nice.
We had to cut the dash really a lot to get it in.
What do you mean you cut?
We had to cut the ends off of it, and it was all cut. I was scared to death of that. And then the air conditioning's up underneath.
Oh, you got air in this too?
Yeah, and the windshield wipers are up underneath here. Everything's shoved up, and then the speakers are up there, and then there's 2 in the back, and then they have WWW there, and then it's on the seat. WWW.
So this car didn't come with windows or anything, did it?
it had glass, but we put tinted windows on it, which makes it wider, and so we had to put new glass in because we didn't realize it made it wider and it broke the glass. But we put a different glass in it. It's the windshield came and then the back glass, but we had to, we tinted the side windows on it.
How about the mirrors? They look like a pretty modern mirror there.
Yeah, they came out of Yogi's in Iowa.
That's a custom mirror there. It's not like a...
No.
Oh, okay.
That's,
I was thinking it was off a car or something like
that. No, it came out of Yogi's, I don't know, Yogi's parts or whatever. So,
3-stage paint job on this?
Yes, it's white diamond picked out by my wife, and then the burgundy stripe, and so.
I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, boy. This thing's popping in the sun here, huh?
Yeah, it's bright.
Pearl,
yeah, it stands
very
out.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. Let's move back here. What do we got here? Is that the gas cap here?
Yeah, that's where what was one thing we found out, that we were planning on putting the gas in the tank in the back, and it was all done, but when we tried to get it inspected, you have to go through a different inspection system in Pennsylvania to get it first off, and you have to have an outside fill thing. So that's where we ended up putting it because we didn't know at the beginning. So, but it works. It has a real small, it only has about 11 or 12 gallon of fuel, so you don't go real far.
Yeah, you probably had to stop about 10 times from Edinburgh here.
yeah.
How often do you drive her?
Every weekend. It's nice. I've got a couple other ones, so we kind of rotate them back and forth. But it's an attention. It was my dream car. It turned out like it took me 6 weeks to pick out the wheels for it. I mean, that's all I got.
What are we talking with the wheels here? You just stand here, and those wheels just pop on you.
Yeah, they're Budnick wheels, and like I said, they match the steering wheel. And
it's all tubbed out in there.
It's all tubbed. It's all tubbed. 18.5 by 31 tires on the back and 17s on the front. So.
Wally, thanks for sharing your car with us. It's a beaut. It's a beaut.
Thank you very much.
Today we spent it here at the Supernats, the Still Valley Super Nationals here at the Canfield Fairgrounds. beautiful weekend Ford. You couldn't have asked for a nicer day. Friday they were cruising up and down 224. Tonight they'll be cruising up and down 224. What a great event for the area. I'm Rick Guerrera for Armstrong Street Scene. Hey, I'll see you down the road.